I can say that about adulthood. There's always something, bro. And you always got to get in these like deep ass like life talks. Like, maybe you gotta either stand on your dream or live for somebody else. Had to do it with my mom like a week and a half ago, and had to do it with bro. I'm like, do it with my grandfather. I'm like, damn. He asked me if I read this book right here. Yeah, Think and Grow Rich, right here on God. It's right here on my desk. Honestly, forgot about it, and he called me about it, and but he called me about like moving back, and because he want to be back home with my mom and my sister, and being there for him. Like I ain't gonna lie, he tried to use. Oh snap, man! It was man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, nah, I had a whole pitch though, bro. Grandfather was pitching me to go back to Cali because uh, right now my mom and sister will be staying at my grandma's old house, and so hang on, y'all. I'm just putting up the stream on my phone, so I gotta go back and forth to see my chat. Um, he pitching it to me, bro. He like, and like, I ain't got no resentment to him because I know it comes from a good place. Like, he just want the best for me and the fam and all of us to be together. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But like, you know what I'm saying, the way he was saying certain stuff, he was like, like this is what your grandma would want. Like, she would want you here. Like that type of manipulation. Like, yeah, your grandma would want you here. He knows like how super close I was with my grandma. So like, his mom. It's his mom. So he was like, yeah, like, your grandma would want you here. And everybody would want you here for the fam. Like, it's good. Like, your path is, like, right over here, like, with God and all this other stuff. And just phrasing it like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and your mom and sister, like, need you. And, like, phrasing it. Like, those type of phrases, you feel me, to get me to, like, go back that way. Type, to go back to California. So, uh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know it come from a good place, but like that type of phrasing, I'm just like in my head, you know what I'm saying? I was like, come on, kid, like you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, kid, like you ain't gotta like don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't have to you know what I'm saying? Like don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like don't like especially like my grandma, like obviously it's his mom that he knew before me, but like I was very close to my grandma. Like I was her favorite, so like don't phrase it like that. You know what I'm saying? She had died like last year, so I'm like don't phrase it like that. Like that's kind of what I'm saying, the manipulation, that type of manipulation. So Reptile said my dad was doing the same. Like you could come down and work if your studies flop. Like bro, it's like it's so weird, bro. Like because it's like where they place comes from. You know what I'm saying? Because they come from an older generation than us, so life was different. You know what I'm saying? And because what they getting on they grind early and having to give it up certain stuff is what got us where we at. You know what I'm saying? That we could, say you go to school for art, going for what you love. I'm able to do my entertainment stuff that I want to do and love. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from like, yo, like we got stuff to do, man. You want to be safe, like you want to be protected. You want job security. You want security. You want security. You want money security. Like, because they understand how much money plays in this world. But it's like at the same time, bro, like this is my life, and it's a different era that y'all lived in. And hey, y'all got me this far. Let me take the baton and let me see what I could do with it. Let me see what I can do with it my way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we as the youth, when we going and chasing our dreams, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it. That's why I say we always gotta be like super razor focused about what we got going on, especially if you like an entertainer and going into like these odd places, because you gotta make sure you're the most focused because it's the most unstable place. You know what I'm saying? Most risk. Um, and my yeah, and that needs sacrifices. Exactly. Sacrifice. Everything's about sacrifice. So if we're gonna go into this entertainment route, we gotta be willing to like take these sacrifices, take these hits. That's less living like a certain amount of money for a while. It's like cool. If we gotta miss out on certain stuff, that's cool. Like you know what I'm saying, miss out on party and everything. So and my I kid y'all not, my mentor, my I call him my uncle. He told me, he was like, man, he's like, bro, you only 20 something? Real shit. He told me this like years ago when I was already debating about going the route I was going. I hope this helps you too, bro. Helps everybody that listens to and watch this later. He was like, man, he's like, you got any kids? And I was like, no. He said, you got anybody pregnant? I was like, no. He said, you got like a mortgage or something crazy? I was like, no. I said, no. He was like, bro, you have nothing holding you down to where you have to sacrifice your dream, bro. Why don't you chase your dream, bro? Chase it. You ain't got no kids to be like, oh, bro, I gotta take care of my kids. I gotta take. It's like, no, bro. It's just you. It's only you, bro. Go out and chase your dream, bro. You ain't got nothing holding you down to where it's like, yo, I got it, bro. Chase your dream, man. Find your answer because you don't want to wake up when you're 30 and be like, yeah, bro, man, what if I would have did it? What if I should have, man? What if I? It'll be nagging you. Real talk, y'all. Like, this is real deep. And my dad also told me this. This is a saying that like I really take to heart, man. Like he told me this at a young age. He was like, the worst thing you could be is a coulda, shoulda, woulda ass nigga, man. You don't want to think about when you're 35, 40, like, man, what if I woulda, shoulda, coulda, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be that. For my guy Reptile, like, bro, if you go back, come down and work if your studies flop, right? You can come back down and yeah, that's cool. But that's always gonna be there, right? And then when you working that hard in like that field with your parents and stuff, right? Now you in it, right? So now it's going to be harder for you to drop it and leave because now it's like, yo, now you working and they expecting certain stuff and you is like, no, but I got to do my art stuff. Well, no. This is what we paying you for, bro. Now you super enticed with us. Now it's like, damn, bro. Now I can't even get back. Go find the answer. I tell everybody, man, go find your answer, man, because. And like I said, man, it's tough, man. It's tough. So like that conversation I just had with my grandfather, like it was the first time he ever like, well, not the super first time I ever seen him like kind of talk a certain type of way, but he got more like obviously I'm older, so he talking a little like yo like life, no life. He's like, because I even said at the end, I was like, yeah, like that was a good pitch, Grandpa, but I'm not going back anytime soon. And he was like, nah, like that wasn't no pitch. Like this is like God and God has you for a reason and you at a specific time and you got to find your purpose. I already found my purpose, so like, but in his defense though, like I said, I didn't really explain to him everything that I'm like my main focus in life. So like what I'm truthfully doing out here. But yeah, man. Your worst enemy is ourselves. We can only hold ourselves back. Yo, that's facts. Reptile is preaching, man. Our own worst enemy is ourselves. For real. Like, our minds, the biggest battle you will ever face is your own mind. This is real talk. Like, we're all our biggest critic. Seriously, we all are. Especially if you really love something. Like we're our biggest critic. Like we'll go in our heads like, no, you can't do it. Nah, that wasn't that good. Nah, it could have been better. Nah, what if you did this better? Oh, well, dang, you didn't do this. Well, this is what. Like, bro, once you defeat that, once you get over that, like you good. Like I used to play basketball and I used to just shoot like I shoot whatever shot. Like once I started realizing like it's really not that serious. Like I said, F it, it look good. That's what I used to say. Like F it, look good. And when I shot the shot, like I could take whatever shot, even if a dude's hands in my face, because and if anybody's talking mess to me, because whatever people say to me, I've already said to myself a million times, bro. So whatever you say, I'm like, cool, bro. I've already been through that. Like, I've already said I can't shoot. I already said, man, I wish I could move faster, man. I already said all that, bro. But I'm here where I'm at now. Like I put the work in, bro. I'm cool. You can't talk trash to me because whatever you got to say, I've already said a million times. Like we really are our own worst enemy, man. And if anybody out there fighting for your dream, bro, and you don't want it to be ego, because that's the craziest thing. Because when I was talking to him, he was like, yeah, your ego will tell you that you doing what you're doing and you got to stay. And that's the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if people are religious, but I am. I believe in God. Like I remember, that's the one thing I didn't want it to be a why. Like I'm so locked in on my path. I didn't want it to be about ego. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be stubborn for the wrong reasons. I was like, man, I don't want it to be ego. Man, I don't want it to be ego. To mess it up. And I remember I prayed about it. This is real talk, y'all. I really prayed about it. And I was like, man, God, like I don't want it to be stubbornness. Like I wanted it to be for the right reasons. And I don't want it to be just being egotistical. I want to make sure I make the right decision. And I asked for a sign and I got a sign. I ain't gonna lie, I got a sign. And along with that, I remember talking to my mentor and he's like, bro, whatever you do in life, bro, you gotta be stubborn, bro. Like if you chasing something, you gotta be stubborn about children. Because you'll get hit with no a couple of times in life. You gotta be stubborn, bro. You gotta be stubborn, but if you gonna be stubborn, make sure you doing everything you need to be doing. Especially if you're going into, like my guy said, he doing the art thing, man. Like real talk. But yeah, it was wild though, because my grandfather was pitching, like using the emotional manipulation of my grandma, of me, like, yo, my mom and my sister will need me to be there, be in the house. I just need a male to be there. She's pitching me like, yo, the women in LA, yeah, no, I'm not even kidding, the women in Orange County, to be direct, the women in Orange County, he was like, yo, they'll be making like 200, 300K, and then, I used to be young buck too, I used to be wild, bro, so you could be with like 5 different women, and they wouldn't be stressing you to move in, because you're going to be with your mom and your sister, so you be smooth, like, you be alright, and then there's so much money out here. There's just like 200-300K. And then he knows I'm fascinated with sports, and he was like, "Yo, you got the new Clipper Stadium being made out there, so you can get involved with that, man. You could bro. I'm telling y'all, it was like a college visit, a college D1 pitch. He went the emotional, the women, the money, the finances." Bro was going crazy. I'm telling y'all. It was, and y'all, mind y'all, I just woke up. Like, nigga, I'm half asleep, bro. And he just going on. He just going like super crazy. Like, he just going super crazy. And he's like, yeah, you got to make sacrifices. Like, sacrifices. And in my head, y'all, because I don't tell people everything I do. So, like, when he's like, sacrifices, I'm like, I've already started that. Like, and he's like, yeah, man, you can't be in the same circles with your friends and just going in a circle. You know what I'm saying? You got to roll with different things. You're going to lose friends in life. You're going to do this. And I'm like, I'm letting bro talk because I ain't never, even though he going like off, letting all this stuff out, trying to give me, mentorship his own way. I ain't really explain everything to him. So I'm like, that's cool. And in my head, I'm like, bro, I don't even hang out with my friends like that. I'm so serious, y'all. I don't see my friends like that. I'm supposed to get food with like 20 different people, and I'm like 3 months behind because of stuff I had to do, especially with this, making all these clips, making all these videos, filming talk shows, sports podcasts. And then I have to work, obviously, to make my rent, and then I had to go to Miami for my sister, and then come back and then make up for the fact that I couldn't work for a week because of my sister. So then I had to do like, I'm like, yo, like sacrifice, like roll around with my friends. My friends know this. I barely see them. Oh God, never. With the recession, Reptile said, with the recession, non-essential jobs aren't needed, so I got to train another skill. Wait until the economy recovers. Never be content where you are now. Always strive for more, bro. You gotta always strive for more, man. And you know what's the craziest thing is? Is everybody older say you never get your time back, and that's facts. So with the time we got now, why us at at a young age, you 22, in your early 20s, 23, I'm 23 myself right now, about to turn 24. If you below that, especially, like, why not go out and chase your dream in your 20s, bro? Why not? Why not go out there? Because it looks better. If you just want to go by looks, it looks better chasing your dream in your early 20s than it do when you're 35 or 40, when you probably have kids to deal with. You got more heavy responsibilities that don't just fall on you. They fall on like another person's life. You know what I'm saying? So That's the real spill. But facts, man. Non-essential jobs, and you gotta do what you gotta do to make the work. Like I work security, y'all. Uber Eats, DoorDash, and I do this. Like, you gotta be okay with that. Like, you gotta be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like by like real talk, y'all. Like I got like in total, well, not counting my Crocs, like my actual wearable shoes. I got like 3 pairs of shoes that I can actually wear, and I got 2 pairs of Crocs. No cap. No cap. I got some other. I got one and maybe one other pair that's like and a half that I just don't wear. Mind you, it's real talk. I only got 3 pairs and a half shoes, bro. Like, bro, y'all, like, I'm not capping. Like, this is real. Like, bro, like, you gotta make sacrifices in life, and I'm cool with that. But just if you gonna do it, I'm gonna say this to everybody chasing their dream, bro. If you gonna do it though, you gotta do it. I ain't be no complaining. Like, ain't no man. I wish like, hey, nah. You gotta be like, nah. This part of the process. That's what you gotta take it. You gotta, nah. This part of the process. Like, I remember I was taking up trash in the security. No cap, y'all. In the trash you spilled on me. I was like, damn. I was like, man, that's some BS. I smell like trash. But I was like, man, it's part of the grind. Like, I'm gonna do this. It's part of the grind. I bought bootleg Nikes from China, saving all the change. Exactly, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Cause anybody doing whatever, bro. Nobody cares when you succeed, bro. Nobody about to. Oh, bro, I remember. No, you can laugh about it, like, bro. Nobody. If you just look at it from like a perspective of, yo, this is what I gotta go through to get where I need to get to. It's cool. You smooth. Like, this is my training arc. You watch anime, I say this is my training arc all the time, bro. This is grind season. This is growing season. So anybody out there, man, you gotta be stubborn, man. You gotta chase your dreams. I don't know if y'all religious. I pray a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna lead us with this one. Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna lift the thing up real quick. Make sure y'all can still see me. So I can read this real quick for y'all. And we're gonna end this topic just like this, man. This is real talk. This is real talk. This is real deal Holyfield. This is real deal Holyfield. I'm not making this up. It was June 8th. This was 4 days ago. It says, this is the morning verse. It says, set apart, anyone who wants to be a friend of the world becomes God's enemy. John the Baptist would never get hired today. No church would touch him. He was a public relations disaster. He wore clothes made from camel's hair, had a leather belt around his waist, and ate locusts and wild honey. Who would want to look at a guy like that every Sunday? So just because the people around you don't understand like what you got going on, as long as you doing like what's in your heart and you found your purpose, bro, stay locked in on that. Anyone who wants to be a friend of the world becomes God's enemy. What you doing is not about being a friends with world and looking a certain way and I have to fit this standard for the world. It's like, no, I'm doing what I want to do and I'm doing my purpose, what God gave me talents to do in life. I'm cool. I know I'm doing that right. Except if you're religious. I don't want to push nothing on anybody. And then we're gonna leave it with this one. This is the same day. We got night evening, June 8th. Don't give up. It is finished. John 19:30. Our inability to finish what we started seen in the smallest of things, a partly mowed lawn, a half-read book, or it shows up in life's most painful areas. Man, get the job done. Get the job done, y'all. This is real talk. But I just want to leave that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I had that talk with my mom, my grandpa now, man. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. But, you know what I'm saying? Reptile, man, keep chasing your dream. That's what I say, man. We got time because we young. And I say go all in on your dream. But if you're going to do it, you got to be willing to do it. And you going to slip up. Because I slipped up. I've had to call my parents for like, yo, can I get some funds? I made a deal to get some funds, yo. If you got to do so, you know what I'm saying? Do so. Because nothing goes according to plan in life. But also understand, like, man, I'm in it for the long haul, and I'm putting all my energy into it, man. All my energy into it. Shout out Kobe. This is really the last thing. Kobe said, I forgot who said this. Kobe was like, They asked him about like putting all his eggs in one basket. And he said, somebody was like, yo, yeah, but you're not supposed to do that. Like, what happens if it doesn't work? I could just make new eggs. What? What are we talking about? All right, y'all. But let's get to it, man. That was a deep conversation. Uh, glad Reptile doing good. Yeah, we can relate, man. I'm telling y'all, like it's real. You know what I'm saying? We all go through stuff, man.